Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Balliston, and I'm a PhD candidate here at the University of Waterloo and a recipient of a WCS fellowship. When I'm not in the field, I work here in the Wetlands Hydrology Lab, studying my favorite ecosystem, the peatland. I've come to realize that when people usually hear the term peat or peatland, they usually think of either the peaty taste of fine scotch or the richly organic soil that you might add to your garden to help your plants grow. What most people don't realize is that peatlands are far more than just a resource or a smoky flavor. They are Canada's north, and they're beautiful and unique ecosystems that I'm working to help understand and to better protect.
My research focus is in Canada's James Bay Lowlands, which is part of Ontario's little-known, but not-so-little Hudson's Bay peatland complex. It's actually the third largest in the world. I work out of a fly-in diamond mine about 90 kilometers west of the Attawapiskat First Nations Reserve. They have been mining at this location since 2007, and in the process pumping a large amount of water out of the ground and downstream to keep the conditions in the mine dry. My research is focusing on finding out the impacts of extracting all this water on the surrounding peatlands, which as you can see are a very wet and interconnected mosaic of systems. Due to its remoteness and its vastness, there's actually still relatively little known about how water is shuttled across this landscape naturally during different seasons and years, and then how sensitive this is to drying conditions, both through mining and through the larger impact of climate change. I absolutely love conducting research up here because it's always an adventure. Our 1.5 kilometer impacted research transect crosses 2 streams, 3 bogs, and 2 fens, which we've been monitoring and sampling for the last 10 years as a research lab. This involves a lot of walking, a lot of carrying, and no small amount of bugs. Me and other researchers have looked at the rise and fall of the water table and compare it to our unimpacted site, which is located south of the mine. And we also sample water chemistry to look for geochemical changes and use isotopes to trace the flow path of water over the long term.
Thanks to your funding, I was able to conduct my last year of fieldwork in 2019 at both my impacted and unimpacted transects at the site. And because of this extra funding, I was able to collect all of these peat samples to take back home with me here to my lab so I can further study how different niches in the landscape, known as microtopes, respond to wetting and drying conditions. I'm hoping to better understand the resilience of peatland systems at all scales to drying, and which part of the landscapes will be the most impacted, both due to dewatering and due to climate change.
There is still much research to be done in the vastness of this landscape, and I'm excited to be able to add my piece to the story, thanks in part to the WCS funding.